In this video, I'm going to equip you with the 3 risks that you need to be taking as a young person to give you the absolute best chance possible at succeeding at life. I'd much prefer to be the guy that tried 99 businesses and failed, but hit the jackpot just once and was with that business was able to change everyone I loved lives, as well as my own, rather than being the guy that, didn't try anything because he was just too scared his whole life of what was on the other side. The biggest risk you can take in your life is not taking any risks, and that leads me to my first point, pursuing a career path that goes against the norm. Now, in yesterday's video, I spoke about how our parents and our teachers at school and whatnot are pressuring us to go to university or go to college even when, we don't really want to. I saw a comment under one of Hamza's videos of a guy that's from an Asian background and, his parents were trying to force him to go to university to study, like to be a doctor or something. But he had a deep passion for music and he wanted to become an artist one day. What I would tell him is to pursue that. Don't try and please your family. Don't try and please your parents. Don't try and please your teachers, because you're the one that has to live your life, not them. So if he wants to become a music artist, I would suggest that he goes and pursues that. Worst case scenario, in 5 or 6 years' time, he feels like maybe it wasn't for him and he can still go to university, he can still go and study if he really wants to. If you're young and currently doing something you don't want to do, you might be in school and, like I said, your parents or your school might be pressuring you to go to college or university, or you might have a job right now that you just hate. Now is the best time to go and pursue what you truly want to do, because you don't have any responsibilities, you don't have to look after anyone. For most of you, you don't have to pay any bills. So now is the best time for you to go and pursue what you actually want to do. Number 2 is to take financial risks. Now, I'm not telling you to go and get into loads of debt or like max out your credit card or anything stupid like that, because that is just completely irresponsible and is going to hurt you further down the line. But for me, for example, when I was around 20 years old, I went and put £80,000 of my hard-earned money into crypto. It went all the way up in the bull market, all the way up to like $500,000 nearly. But I was stupid and just didn't know what I was doing, and it didn't feel like real money, so I didn't pull it out, and it came crashing back down to way lower than what I put in. Now, I'm young and I know my ability, so I know that I can easily make that money back. Plus, I learned a very valuable lesson in crypto, a lesson where I'm probably not going to make that same mistake again. So when the next bull market comes, I'm going to be ready and I'm going to capitalize and take my profits. So this financial risk for you could be crypto, it could be a business investment, it could be buying an expensive course or buying a program that is a lot of money that you have right now. If you win, you will be happy and you will, reap the rewards. But if you lose, you will be a lot wiser. You will know better. If you take a course and you fail, this business doesn't work for me, or this course was maybe a waste of money and I'm not going to buy from that person again. If you put money into crypto and you lose it, or it's not worth as much further down the line, you know that maybe I need to refine my strategy next time. If you invest money into like your own business and it doesn't work, you're going to learn a lesson from that as well. And always remember, with financial risks when you're young, if you lose it, you will make it back. Abundant mindset is what's the most important here. Number 3 is to make sure you're always stepping outside your comfort zone. I hate the idea of being on airplanes, and it just makes me feel so anxious going through all of the security, even booking it online and just being on the plane on the long ass flight. Just the whole thing just makes me feel anxious, and half the time I don't even want to do it. But what I've got to realize is what's waiting on the other side of that plane journey is a whole new experience, something that could just help me level up so much in life and just completely increase my creativity. And this applies way more for us young people. We need to be jumping in the deep end, not knowing how to swim, rather than just trying to play everything safe. We need to like jump out of our comfort zone and just spend more time in this mode of being uncomfortable, because nothing has ever been achieved outside of the comfort zone. No, that doesn't make sense. Nothing has ever been achieved inside the comfort zone. Because nothing has ever been achieved inside of the comfort zone. Whenever I've done something that I thought was scary or bad, or like I was just afraid of doing, once I'd done it, I never regretted it. And that feeling of accomplishment after you've completed this thing, there's nothing like it, honestly. I want you to live a life of risk. I want you to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, as cliche as that sounds. I want you to not let fear consume you. Don't be afraid to fail, because this is how you live a fulfilled life. This is how you live a life that you don't regret. And this is where the most growth can be made. You don't want to be on your deathbed when you're 80 years old or whatever, thinking, what could my life have been like if I went and pursued this one career that I really wanted to do? If you want to be a musical artist, if you want to be a YouTuber, if you want to be, it doesn't matter what you want to be. If you pursue what you actually want to do and you force yourself to feel uncomfortable in your life, you will not live a life of regret. You got this.